Alright guys, what's up? Here we are, back with the Camaro, and we're finally ready to get started. So obviously, I've gone through, I had a few dents that I had to fix, so I fixed all the dents, bodywork's done. And I just want to go over you guys the prep. So this whole video will be about prepping and getting it all ready. So obviously we're going to be doing Dragonball theme on it, and there's a lot of artwork going to go on this car. But before we do all that, we have to sand this paint and lay down a new fresh white base coat. So the reason I'm laying down a new white is because this car was repainted in the back sometime in its life, and some of that paint doesn't match the white of the car. It's like yellowing out. Also, there's like a few dings and stuff from the front. Obviously, when you're driving down the highway or whatever, you get those little dings. I want to make sure to cover all those up and get a nice, fresh, even white all around the car. Not only that, we want the paint to stick really good, so I'm going to sand the car down. I'm going to make it smooth and then lay down, I'm going to lay some Autoborn white sealer all over the whole car once I'm done sanding. But to start sanding, I'm going to use, so I've showed my sander before. It's this DeWalt variable speed sander. I've had this already, I've used it for a few projects, and I love the variable speed on it. If you want to check it out, I'll put a link down in the description so you can check it out. And along with those, to start off sanding the car, I'm going to use these 320 grit, I don't even know what these, they're like sand pads, but they're for the sander. They'll Velcro on one side and they're rough on the other. I really have come to like these. First off, I wasn't too sure about them. I really like my regular old sandpaper, but these, like, I don't know what this is, like some kind of composite material. It sands super flat, so you don't have to worry about the sander eating so much on certain spots if you like edge the sander and stuff like that. These actually just give a nice smooth sand all the way through. These are 320 grit, so that's what I'm going to use to go ahead and start sanding the car down. Alright guys, so as you can see, I'm just kind of going with the 320. I like to go panel by panel, section by section, and I'm kind of just doing the top half first, just making sure to get all that nice and smooth. Okay, so I gotta go over a few things. All I'm trying to do with the 320 is break the clear and remove any kind of shiny surface off of here. There's a common misconception where it's like you have to strip all the paint and this and that. That's not really true. It all depends on the job. On this particular car, none of the paint is actually fading, so there's no paint like peeling off, cracking, or anything like that. The paint's actually really good, and all I want to do is reinforce the white. So I don't really have to strip it all down. I don't have to remove the panels and paint like the jams and stuff, because I'm just laying more white. It's all going to match in the end, and that's all that really matters. Obviously, I'm going to mask off some stuff. I'm going to come back with a scrubber. You guys almost got me saying a scuff pad. With a sand pad, with a Merca sand pad, 320 grit, I'm going to go around and hit all these edges once I'm done sanding. But again, the main goal here is to just remove any kind of shiny bits, make sure everything has a nice rough surface, but also smooth, so that when we lay our white, it has a good adhesion to it. So for the 320, all I'm trying to do is break it all up, obviously it's going to happen like this on some edges, right, where you chew through the paint, but you're not trying to chew through the paint everywhere, right? You're just trying to break the surface, break the clear, really. You're not trying to eat through the paint, you're not trying to get to the primer, nothing like that. You're just trying to break the surface and give yourself a good sanded layer for adhesion. So I'm going to go ahead and finish sanding up with the 320, then we'll continue on. Alright guys, so I've got them all sanded. Alright guys, so I got all the 320 done. I went back with the sand pad, sanded all the edges and stuff. And now, before I even start masking anything or anything like that, I'm going to go in with 400 grit with water, a little bit of soap, and what that's going to do is help me hit any spots I might have missed, which I don't think I missed anything, but you never know. And also, wet sanding with soap kind of helps to make the surface a little smoother, as well as remove any any contaminants on the surface. So if there's like oil, you know, maybe just some dust, whatever it is, while you're wet sanding, the soap and the water kind of pulls most of that stuff away. That way when you hit it with the wax and grease remover, it already has kind of been, you know, degreased. It's been soaped off, it's been sanded, and it'll be really smooth, and the surface will have nothing on it. You know, it'll be really clean. So I'm gonna go ahead and wet sand it, and then I'll wash it, and we'll let it dry. We'll come back and mask it, and it'll be ready for the new white. So that's pretty much the process that I use to prep up for base coat. You know, a lot of people just think, you know, when you're gonna shoot something, you just kind of just grab it and spray paint on it, you know, but a lot of times the prep is what matters the most, because if I hadn't have done all that prep, one, A, the paint would have stick, and two, if I kind of just cheap out on the prep, when I lay the paint's gonna have defects, you know, whether it be, you know, ripples, orange peel, whatever it is. Having a nice smooth surface is probably the best way to get the best results. So I'm just gonna go ahead, wet sand it, throw the white, and we'll move on to the next video. So thanks for checking out this video about the prep on the Dragonball Z Camaro. As always, if you like these videos, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, including the rest of the videos of the Dragonball Z Camaro, as well as a lot of helpful tips and tricks about airbrushing. So stick around for more, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Later.